Okay, in this video, I want to just kind of walk you through how to do the assignments, the forums, and the quizzes. Basically, the three things that you'll be assessed in this class with. So let me just switch it back to student view. Okay, so right, you go into Sakai, you see our site here. So where you're kind of focusing your attention on then would be assignments, testing quizzes, um, and discussions. So let's start, let's just go into a module, right? So there's two ways you can access it. Probably the most ideal way to do it would be you do it module by module. But, if you just want to see all the forums in one place, you would just go here. All the assignments go here, all the quizzes go here. So we don't have tests, we just have quizzes. Unfortunately, it's called tests and quizzes, but just know you only have quizzes, assignments, and discussions forums. Again, I'm saying this only so that everyone, how do I put this? Again, my role in this class as instructor is I did not make these modules. These are the modules that are given to me to teach you the course. So there are things that I make on my own, right? So the things that I make on my own, I can adjust things for you. Right? So this site, when you call up these modules, this to-do list, I made this. The reason why I made this was because, in my opinion, I felt that the reason, sorry, I put it here too. The reason why I did that was because I felt that, they gave us like this list of things and it looked like really bad. Well, hey, this isn't even me. That's Dr. Maskey. That's not me either. I'm not Dr. Bergen. I'm not this person too. They're Richard. David Wolf. Oh, no, those are me. Okay, well, obviously I need to fix that. But you can kind of see what's going on here, right? Is that the university created this kind of platform, this structure. And there's certain things they don't want me to mess around with, so I'm not. I just want to make sure that you, the student, isn't that affected by it, so that I'm pretty clear on everything. As you go through a module, the easiest way to know that you're doing all the things you need to do this week, I mean, it might be hard, right? If you kind of look at things like this and I don't know, it's not entirely obvious, if I were the student, of what I need to do. I mean, for one, we're not using the 7th edition of the book. But again, I can't change that as the instructor. That would mean that the page numbers are going to be off, but the chapter numbers will be the same. And then you've got certain things here. Your best thing to do is that you follow kind of my module checklist. Because if you follow this and something is due that wasn't on here, then I'll totally take blame for it and you will not suffer the consequences. Okay, so let's go back to our site here. Okay, so we're working here. Let's just look at module 1 here, right? So you see your kind of list here, right? Read the syllabus. Okay, so you'd be doing that, right? You'd be checking your technical requirements. Well, you're not supposed to even be doing this, so I'm not sure why this is still here. And again, I'm not sure why this is here either. And you can't click on this link either to open the book. And I don't even think these online presentation modules work. I can apologize, but it's not really a heartfelt apology because I didn't make these. I I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so let's just scroll through this here. Okay, but some of these things, again, right, they've got these like news articles and whatnot. Hopefully these links work. Right, and you would watch these things and you would read these things and watch these things. And you'd read these things and watch these things, but some of these things you can't. Okay, right, so let's just get through that. Okay, now, here's what I would suggest you do, right? So you've got 4 chapters of material, and it might not be entirely obvious what you should have been doing up to this point where you're saying, like, you have to demonstrate that you know the thing. this would be where you go to the links that I created. Sorry, I just have to find the list here. Sorry, let me go back to our site here. This would be where I'm just going to go to it from the overview page, where you go to my thing here that says chapter slides and lectures. Click on that. Now these things I made, so I take full ownership over it. But what I liked about making these things, I wasn't required to do it. I don't even know if the university likes that I did it, but I did this because this is like the best way to mimic like you and I being in the same classroom, right? So you'd click on this, and it's just something on my own personal Google Drive, and it would be the slides, right? Lecture slides, like you would see if we were taking a class and the instructor was doing a PowerPoint, right? So you've got the slides, then click on this link. This is me giving the lecture using the slides. So this is chapter 1. There you go. It's my voice right there. The nice comfort of Dr. Scheiding talking. And there you go. You've got 4 lectures you could watch, which would take you maybe a little under 4 hours. But there you go. That's a much easier way to learn the material, I think, rather than, you should still read the book, I would think. But it might be a little bit easier to do this way rather than trying to watch a bunch of dead links for different things, in my opinion. Okay, let's go back to the modules. Here we were in module 1, right? It was asking you to do all these things. And now we get first to the first thing that you have to do, participate. Okay, so this first one is just an introduction of yourself, right? So you would click on that and, right, this would be where you start a new conversation, right? And then you submit, right, you write something up. So you'd say, start a new conversation, title it, and then write your thing, and then hit post, right? And then you can reply to others as well. Okay, so let's just go back here. And so that would be true of any of the discussion forums. Right, so we've got this first one here. Then we've got this one here, right, where you actually are doing something where I'm asking you to do step 1 and step 2, where you would read things that others have written and then comment on others. So it would be, right, you'd click form 1, right, and you post your thing under start a new conversation, you post your thing. Everyone does that then by Wednesday, and then everyone then you comment on the posts of others. Okay, so that's how we deal with the forums. So the forums play an important role. They're the way that we all get to know each other. And obviously I'm grading you, but I'm really grading that I'm just trying to look and make sure that you're making an honest attempt at doing it. Then you've got your submission of things here, where it's asking that you construct a PPF and whatnot. I don't care if you do this with Microsoft Word or not. This is not a class where you're learning Microsoft Word. If you want to do it in Microsoft Word, that's great. My suggestion, if I were in the class, me being me, what I would do is I'd go into Google Docs. I'd make a new document. And then here's what I would do. If you don't want to be too tech savvy here, I would just draw it on paper, right? So I would draw it on paper, take a picture with my phone, send that picture to my email, and then I would insert the image that I'm uploading from my computer of the image that I drew, right? And then I could just put it right there, right? And then I could type in whatever text I want to after the image has been inserted. I think that's the easiest way to do it. I don't care if you use Microsoft. You can use it. I'm not stopping you from doing it, but I'm not going to give you extra points because you did it in Microsoft Word, and I'm not going to take off points if you didn't do it in Microsoft Word. But create that PPF, right, and then do the compare contrast, and then post it, right? And then you've got another one here, analyzing supply and demand, where you need to look at these scenarios. Again, if you see it saying use Microsoft Word, know that me, Scheiding, does not care whether you do it in Word or not. All I want to see is some demand and supply graphs. And if you want to hand draw them out, take a picture, insert it into a Google Doc or into Microsoft Word, and then submit that, I'll be just as happy. So let's just look at how you would do an assignment here. Right, is that you see the assignment here, right, where it says step 1, step 2, step 3, and then you would be posting your file here. Okay. And then the final thing we have here are quizzes. I'm not doing the syllabus quiz, so there's nothing that appears here. You don't have to do it. I kind of think it's dumb to make people do a syllabus quiz. You'll want to have read the syllabus, and that will be the way that you sort everything out for yourself, but you don't need to do a syllabus quiz. So there's nothing here. I can't delete it because they won't let me, but you don't need to do anything here. But now let's go to an actual quiz. So quizzes are due on Sundays. The assignments are due on the Sundays of that week. Let's just go here to a quiz so that everyone kind of sees what the settings are here. Sorry, I just want you to see the settings. So 20-point quiz, 20 questions. You have one attempt, but you only have 1 hour. I'm not sure why it says there's no time limit. There's 1 hour, 1 attempt, 20-point quiz, 20 questions. So you click here. And you should have kind of a, you just kind of get that review here for you of what you need to do. And you can only do the quiz 1 time. Okay, so you hit begin assessment, it'll do a countdown, and you do the quiz. Yeah, so I mean, Sunday is the big day you need to keep thinking of. Sunday is the day where the things are due, and you know, that's just kind of the date you need to have in mind of when you need to have things completed by.